Hello all, it is I, the Beast. That's right, I hope that you recognize me by now. When you see this lovely mug, and you hear this horrible audio quality, it can only mean one thing, and that one thing is indeed, it's the time for yet another installment of Beastly Reviews. And today we're going to do something slightly different, because if you recall, the last several installments have featured me basically giving myself food poisoning or some other digestive maladies by sampling incredibly poor, low-quality food items, many of which are parading as some sort of a meat-like substance. And truth be told, it's starting to take a bit of a toll on me. My physician has gotten back to me and said that if I continue with this, there's a good chance that I will drop dead. And I don't really want that to happen, and neither do you, I hope, because that would mean no more Beastly Review videos, and how sad would that be? No, so today, rather than doing that, we're going to be going on a trip. Now I can hear the consternation in your voices, I can see the looks on your faces. Isn't that creepy? Ooh, I can see you through the screen. But yes, I can hear it, I can see it all, and you're wondering, Beast, well, how is it that we can go on some kind of a trip if you're in the TV, in the telly screen, and we're here at home sitting on the couch? I'm glad you asked, because I'll tell you exactly why. No, we're not going on a physical trip. We're not flying to Barbados or Dusseldorf or anywhere like that. No. No, we're actually taking a trip down a street that we all are attached to. And that street is Memory Lane. Huh? So today we're actually going to talk about something from my childhood. Puphood or whatever you wish to call it. If you frequented my Instagram or Twitter, which is, again, ridiculously lowly traveled. Please, hurry up, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Anyway, you'll know that I'm a bit of a wrestling action figure aficionado. And they didn't get much better than the 1990 through 1994, I believe, series of Hasbro wrestling figures. And if you are familiar with the series, you know how sought after they are, how great they're listed on all action figures overall in the scheme of things. Well, we're not going to talk about those, actually. No, that's not true. We actually are going to talk about them extremely briefly. Because what we're actually going to be talking about today is their bastard child. The lower quality, completely inarticulated mini Hasbro wrestlers. And just as an example right here, this is the classic Hasbro Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a classic board and a very sexy manly chest hair, if I say so myself. And here is this little bastard of a knockoff Hasbro. As you can see, it's basically the same mold, only minuscule in comparison. Actually, as this goes, this is actually this is not too bad. It actually has the sexy manly chest hair, I must say. If you want an example of one that's not quite as great in translation, let's start with our good friend Typhoon, the Shockmaster. Because as you can see, this is a halfway decent figure with good articulation. The legs move, the arms move, good coloration, good design, and yeah, as you can see, they really spared no expense on the decor on this one. I don't know what's going on with the boots there, completely wrong color. It's almost as if the black on the singlet sort of melted down and went into the boot area. Either that or they just didn't know what the hell they were doing. Either way, it's one of those two things. And I must also say that this one loses significant pointage for the lack of smudges, dings, and other kinds of divots and imperfections. What in the world were they thinking? But anyway, Hasbro mini wrestlers were released during the height of Hasbro. There were 3 packs of 4. And we'll go over them very briefly, because this is not going to be the most exciting portion of any of these videos. The aforementioned Hacksaw Duggan, the Great. It's Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich, who I was quite a fan of, living in Texas for a time. The fantastic, one of my favorites, Mr. Perfect, with extra blonde eyebrows, which is ridiculous. And of course, Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh, 1 coconut, 2 coconut. Am I making fun of you all? No, sir. No, sir. Yeah, no one's going to get that if they didn't watch the Jimmy Snuka Rowdy Roddy Piper event. But then again, who couldn't have possibly seen that? Pack 2. great tag teams. Road Warrior Animal, who just recently passed away. Road Warrior Hawk. Oh, what a rush! And of course, Earthquake and Typhoon, 400 plus pounds apiece. And then the final series, released concurrently with the others, the Bushwhackers, Butch and Luke. Whoa! Hey! If you didn't watch wrestling, none of you are going to get any of this. And of course, Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Now, just as a brief aside, I found it odd that, I don't know why I didn't find it more odd that there was a random crew of Hacksaw Duggan, Mr. Perfect, Tornado, and Piper, but I found it odd that the Bushwhackers were released with these two. But it was actually quite a smart move in retrospect, as if you go back to 1987, Brutus Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine were a tag team known as the Dream Team. Anyway, aside over. So, as you can see, there's no articulation whatsoever. The design is basically very pedestrian. Not much in the way of color. This is actually one of the better ones, I must say, which is odd. This is actually... I must say, I do not have the Hasbro, but this is actually basically the spitting image of the Hasbro. This is actually quite a good effort, I must say. But as you can see, there's not really fantastic to play with, not really a lot you can do with them. There you go. Alright. Now, as you can tell by those lineups, one thing should be glaring to you as it was to me back in 1992, and that is the fact that there are no World Heavyweight Champions, there's no top-tier singles talent. We have, aside from the Road Warriors, it's basically just a load of mid-card fare. So, if you're a youth in 1992 wrestling fan, why would you want to buy any of these when they don't have your favorite superstars, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Jake the Snake Roberts? Where are they? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the folks at Hasbro always know how to make a dime. And in this case, it's by selling you extra crap that you don't need in the form of the Royal Rumble Wrestling Ring Series, which comes with, as you can see, 6 exclusive superstars, more than any of the single card pack releases. And this one comes with all the favorites. This one comes with Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, the Sergeant Slaughter, Jake the Snake Roberts, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and the Big Boss Man, if you really want to hammer home some of that old-fashioned Southern justice. I don't know if we should talk about that right now. But regardless, there it is, right here, in all its glory. Look at the dynamic packaging. Look at the wrestlers flowing all over the place. Out of the ring goes Sergeant Slaughter. Giant, monstrous fists pounding on these paddles. And wrestlers are flying in all directions. How could this not be the greatest thing of all time? And the box itself, they really know how to sell this, oh, don't they? Yeah, behold. So this comes with fist-pounding, smash-em-bash-em action. Ah, I'm already on board. Sounds like a Saturday night in San Francisco. Includes 6 WWF menu wrestlers. Yes, we've already established that. Boomerang rebound ring ropes. You know, if your mouth wasn't watering, if your heart wasn't pounding already, I don't know how it can't still be, because the boomerang ropes, oh my goodness. There's one thing that, there's one thing that says, what was it, fist pounding, smash 'em, bash 'em action, it's boomerang rebound ropes. And what else do we have here? The Ultimate Wrestling Challenge. Push your wrestling skills to the limit with the Royal Rumble Wrestling Ring. Smash and bash the push button handles and watch your favorite WWF superstars battle it out to be the king of the ring. Create the blockbuster match of the century with mat-pounding thrills, spills, and surprises. You know, the one thing I want to mention before we go on is that it specifically says right here, push your wrestling skills to the limit. I'm not really sure how you're going to do that. I mean, at first you'd think they're referring to the wrestling skills of the individual figures, right? Well, how are they going to do that? I mean, I really don't know how much of a wrestling skill you can really have, well, with no articulation whatsoever. And as far as, you know, the little children go, even by the looks of this this massive box full of action and smash and bash and fist pounding action, I don't believe that they can really fit into these rings unless they're doing thumb wrestling or some other BS like that. But anyway, let's see what's in the box, shall we? Okay, hang on a second. Alright, so the box is falling apart right now, so I'm going to have to do a jump cut and come back because I really want to preserve this box. Smashin', bashin', fist-pounding action at its finest. And look at those boomerang rebound ropes, eh? I can almost feel the action. Anyway, as you can see, this is basically what was in the box. This is, after what I consider a bit of an oversell, this is actually the product at hand. I must say that the base is quite sturdy. The ring itself is pretty good. Never mind what I said. Anyway, the mat is a bit of a plastic sort of feel. It almost looks like one of those Etch-a-Sketch surfaces where you erase or you pull the top layer off and it erases whatever you've drawn. Seems awfully like a waste of time anyway. And these are the fist-pounding plungers, I guess, that you're supposed to use. And look at that. Oh, it still works. How wonderful for all of us. But I have to say, I'm not really feeling super excited yet. But fear not, because remember, this came with 6, count them 6, additional superstars, the best of the best, featuring Hulk Hogan, complete with flesh-colored wristbands and blonde eyebrows, which they're really loving that. Otherwise, actually, a pretty good representation. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, oh yeah! Which, fun little fact for anyone who actually cares about wrestling figures. This is actually the first Randy Savage figure to be featuring his tights as opposed to the trunks with the stars and Macho Man on the ass. But you can't do anything without Randy Savage, one of the all-time greats. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Everybody's got a price. If you don't know the $1 Million Man, then you think I'm insane now. Jake the Snake Roberts, minus Snake, unless it's in his pants, which I cannot tell. Sergeant Slaughter. And of course, last but not least, certainly, the big boss man. And he is indeed big, and he is indeed a boss man. Alright, so, with all of that action, with all of that, how do you really put this together? How do you make that match that the box has promised us? How do you make the match of the century? How do you really put your wrestling skills to the test? Well, it's a good thing that this thing has a set of instructions, otherwise I would never figure this out for myself. We already put it together. The first half of the instructions is to put it together. Second half of the instructions is how to have fun with this lovely thing. And here, look at the beautiful art on this thing. Oh. So as you can see, they really like to have the superstars unarticulatedly fly all about. There's presumably a drawing of Hulk Hogan going on to some sort of thing. There's Jake the Snake Roberts going on to it. It's telling you exactly how to have fun with this. So let's put this to the test, shall we? Alright folks, it's about to be pandemonium up in here. As you can see, the Royal Rumble's about to begin. And here we go. And bing, bing, bing. And look at the action. Oh, look at it go. This is a tremendous show of wrestling skill and talent. Oh my goodness. No, I don't see it. Oh my goodness. What a show. This is incredible. Okay, so, I'm wondering why this isn't the match of the century, and why this isn't exactly what was it, the bashing, smashing fun that I was expecting? No one's even out of the ring. And these ropes, these are not, there's nothing boomerang or rebound about these ropes. As a matter of fact, they're a bit loose. Now, maybe, yes, maybe, perhaps it's from the fact that this was originally released almost 30 years ago. But, you know, call me old-fashioned. I like when things hold their value. Ah, God, what do I do? How in the world am I going to make this fun? Oh, wait, there were instructions. Perhaps I did it wrong. Perhaps there's another way. I mean, right now I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong, because this is set up to a T. Maybe I'm missing some sort of giant novelty fists, as evidenced by the front of the box. But at this time, I don't really know. Huh. Give me 1 second to take a look at the old instruction manual, shall we? Okay. So this ring, plunger, yes. Alright. Yeah, I'm failing to see what I can... Oh! There's another way this can be done. You can launch wrestlers from outside the ring by simply applying them to the plunger. So this should be a bit of fun, shouldn't it? Now, behold, because this is actually taking place in real time, so this should be quite the scene, man. Although the this action is completely exclusive to the superstars that have this weird bottom with the rumble on them, because as you can see, the single release figures did not feature that. Maybe that's it. Maybe if all the figures had this rounded bottom on them, everything would be fine. Maybe this is going to change everything right here. This is going to turn into the fist-pounding action. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's try that again. We'll call that error. We'll call that a mulligan. And I'll try one more time. Here we go. And finally, at last, here it comes. The great jump from beyond. Oh, fuck me. WWF Hasbro mini wrestlers in Royal Rumble ring. Seconds of fun for everyone. Why did these not take off? Why were there not numerous more series? Why was there not more play sets? The world may never know. But if you want to know more about how you can see more Beastly Review videos, please like and subscribe. Beastly Review's Instagram, Beastly Review's YouTube, Beastly Review's Twitter, which nobody goes on. It's like a huge ghost town there. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this installment. If you enjoy the more weird odds and sods such as this one, please leave a comment at the bottom saying that, hey, I would like to see more weird old toy videos, eh? Well, if you do, I'd love to accommodate you. But anyway, until next time, have a good night, and have a smashing, bashing, fist-pounding good time. Until the next installment of Beastly Reviews.